It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Polly's Brew Co, based in Mold in North Wales, and this is their double dry hop pale ale, brewed with Idaho 7, Mosaic, Talus, Simcoe, Cryo. It's called Beginning Futures, 5.5% ABV, 440 milliliter can, sent by the wonderful Rob Evans from North Wales. Thank you very much, Rob, for sending me the email, asking me if I wanted to review a few beers from your homeland, your area of North Wales. Absolutely, of course I do. Without further ado, let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. Oh, look at this. Polly's Brew Co. Everybody's saying they are absolutely smashing it at the moment. I think they've been smashing it for about 2 or 3 years now, Polly's Brew Co. They used to be called Locker Polly years ago. And I first remember hearing about this company, this brewery in North Wales, from visiting beer festivals. It's when you did beer festivals, you're with like-minded people who love to try kind of different beers, and that was the talk of the town. Everybody kind of mumbling, talking about kind of Polly's, and because I always ask people, what should I be trying? I'm always open for recommendations, and yeah, Polly's was the one to be kind of talked about, and they're doing great things. I mean, you've only got to look at this to see that they're doing great things. For a pale ale, New World kind of pale ale, that is looking super lovely. Loads of oat in here to make it nice and thick and creamy. It's got a lovely one finger white head. As you rock the beer back and forth, you can see that carbonation chasing the head of the glass. If it wasn't so creamy looking, I would say, or oaty looking, I would say it was probably amber in colour. Let's get the aroma. My goodness me, that is just incredible. Absolutely incredible. Smells like juice. Smells like juice. Ooh. Passion fruit, mango, grapefruit, orange peel, fleshy blood orange aromas. Mixed with a slight kind of oatiness in the aroma. Light wafer-like malts coming through. But it's punching. The hops are punching out the glass. It's like if you could see aroma, it would be a green mist, and the green mist would be making its way up your nostrils. Wonderful. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. That is the most delightful thing I think I've ever put in my mouth. My goodness me. That is, it's almost hard to describe, because to get a beer to this point, to refine it to this point, it's like they're up there in Mold brewing their beers, Polly's Brew Co, and they were called Locker Polly. I mean, they had a vision of brewing these wonderful hazy IPAs, and they're just refining they're just going okay. That beer that we just launched, there wasn't quite enough hops, or there was too many hops, or one of the beers, maybe there was a little bit too much oat, and maybe one of the beers we want to use a slightly different malt because of A, B, C and D. And they've just, it's like they're at the point now where they're fine tuning. They're absolutely like fine tuning. This is incredible beer. Absolutely incredible beer. You'd be hard fetched to drink better beer in the world right now. I remember being at a Norwegian brewery, Leisure microbrewery, and a brewer come in from Leisure, and he was like, "Oh, I got all these cans from New York, like this type of thing here, like your Rivingtons in America and your Monkish, Other Half." That was the company, Other Half. And I remember being in Norway drinking this Other Half beer at the brewery, and even the brewer, we were all just astounded by the quality of the beer, and we were all just looking at each other going, like, this is next level. This is next level brewing. This is like space age stuff, what we're doing here now, or drinking here. Because it's just so good. It's just so good. And I'm gonna say right now, I've had a few Other Halves. I've had a few of these wonderful Monkish beers, Foggy Windows, and all of the other wonderful beers from America. I've had, your Pliny the Youngers, your Pliny the Elders. This is as good. This is as good as any beer I have ever tried in my life. It's complete. It's almost complete perfection. It's bonkersly good. You get the creamy oat, the mouthfeel is just wonderful. The hops, pineapple, passion fruit, mango. It's not, and this is what I love about this beer, it's not lactose. It's not a lactose infused beer. You can taste the oat. You can taste the oats, and that is quality brewing. For me, that is just the most amazing thing to do, is to refine your brewing and get everything right with oat. Rather than, I see it as cheating. I see it as using lactose in pale ales and IPAs. I see it as, if you want to try that sort of stuff, go to Tesco, pick up some beers from London Beer Factory, and you'll taste your lactose infused pale ales. And for me, it's lazy brewing. It doesn't taste good. It's got a horrible kind of slick, oily feeling to it. Whereas this is just like milk. This is just like drinking mango milk. There's no such thing as mango milk, but if mango milk was a thing, this would be mango milk. It's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And the thing is with these breweries is that they don't really go with a massive description. They don't really kind of, it's just a load of languages where this beer is now sold. They got a fantastic reputation around the world, definitely around Europe. What I will say to Polly's is that I think what happens in brewing is that when you sell a beer, a premium beer like this, you hit a ceiling of affordability. there's only gonna be so many people who can afford and drink this quality product, because it's quite expensive to buy. But what I urge Polly's to do is to don't kind of chase the golden goose in that jumping into Tesco's and other supermarkets, because we've seen it before. We've seen it from great breweries in the past, going right back to 2011, 2012, Brewdog. Then it was Thornbridge's turn. You know, they all promised the world it's going to be fantastic beer forever, and all of a sudden it's not anymore. Beavertown, we've seen it from Beavertown. We've even seen it now with Cloudwater. I personally think on a personal level, Cloudwater have kind of almost damaged their brand. They've almost kind of taken a step too far by going into Tesco and letting Brewdog brew their beers. There's always that temptation, Polly's, to go down that road. But I think on a personal level, I would rather sell less beer but have amazing praise for the beers that I'm producing. I would rather that praise than, I know it sounds strange, than chase the riches of your Tesco's and your Morrisons and it just, for me, it doesn't, you cannot brew a quality beer like this and put it in a supermarket. It's impossible to do. We've seen many try, many fail. It's almost as if as soon as they hit a certain volume, it's very difficult to keep the quality control in place when you kind of hit that limit. I've had a Polly's Brew Co beer in Marks and Spencer. They are in Marks and Spencer's, and so it's always already a slight worry. This is next level. This is next level beer. The beer I had from Polly's in Marks and Spencer was good, but it wasn't like this. It wasn't like this. Anyway, rating for this. One of the best beers that I have ever reviewed on the channel. That is right up there with your Rivingtons and your other halves and your Monkish and all of the other best breweries from around the world. That's a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 beer from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.